Money's in the list. Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Hey there friends, this is Jason Ligo here with Always Enterprise. And in this video, I want to tell you exactly why the money's in the list. Now, if you've been in business for any amount of time, if you've been in the online marketing space, or even if you had an enterprise offline, then you've likely heard the term, the money's in the list, the fortune's in the follow-up, or something along these lines. And this is absolutely true. In this particular video, what I'd like to do is show you why it's important to build your list, build your audience, and capture, records of contact of your clients, of your prospects for yourself, specifically with the purpose of building an email list for digital and electronic follow-up. Okay, and in this context, what we're talking about is building your own email list of prospects, follow-ups, customers, and other contacts that will allow for a large list, right? The general term is just going to be your list, but essentially what you're doing is capturing a list of your own that you can continue to build relationships with, educate, provide value for, ultimately monetize this list so that it can sustain you for business in the years ahead and in the times to come. What I'm going to do now is discuss three specific reasons or three specific benefits that capturing and creating your own email list allows for and ultimately allows you to do. In this case, again, we're talking about long sustained business over time. So let's jump right in. Number one, constant offer promotion. Constant offer promotion, okay? Now, again, the purpose of this whole thing is the premise is building your own list, right? Your own email list. What this allows for you to do is the ability and the permission that's allowed with it to continue to market products and services to that list, to that audience. Now, contrast that with other forms of reaching out to your clients and customers, other forms of communication like social media and whatnot. You're not going to necessarily be allowed to just look for solicitation. Whereas if you have someone's email address and the ability to contact them, then embedding an offer and providing an offer to them is something that you can do on a regular basis without having to worry about, administration or the interference of a third party. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that every single contact or every single outreach or every single communication from you should be laden with just a solicitation or just a pitch. All right. But what I often do in my personal emails, in my personal business, in my emails that goes out to my list, is that there's always an ability for someone to get started with whatever I'm, something that I can offer them whenever they want to. Of course, that is preceded usually by a good piece of value. So the ability to provide this option or this opportunity to move forward with a particular offer is invaluable. All right. One real example I could give you, if you can think of a live example, would be some of the biggest brands that maybe you follow, some of the things that you like to purchase. All right. Whenever they have a promotion, whenever they have a discount, whenever they have something big going on, you're usually one of the first people to find out about it. And how do you do that? By opening your email, because they sent you an email, you're essentially on their list, okay? Whether it's a big national clothing retailer or a restaurant or what have you, they have the ability to promote to you on a regular basis because you're on their list. You should adopt the same strategy in your business. Number two, creative, personalized engagement. Okay, what this allows for is the ability to personally connect and engage with, of course, your customers, your prospects, and in turn prospects into customers, customers into clients, and so on and so forth. Okay, the ability to learn about and more about your people, all right, and craft specific offers to them because of the personal aspect is absolutely huge and invaluable in this particular sense. So consider this: unlike blogs or tweets or other forms of social media, wherein it's more of a shotgun approach, right? If you think about some of the communications that you can have with your customers on there, when you post something online, it's kind of just has a shelf life, right? It shows up and then it dies for a while. Versus if you sent someone an email, a personalized email, right? You're sending them a sniper approach, a direct message into their inbox. And interestingly enough, who else would be in their inbox? Oftentimes, it's really important context to them, their work, their family, and their friends. Organizing social gatherings, having updates about things about the business, right? Or things that they're working together with on their family, things like that. You want to be lumped in with the important people, all right? And again, being able to post online on a social platform is definitely valuable, but it really can't hold a candle to the personalized approach that you can get with someone when you send them an email. And again, it becomes even more powerful when you personalize it for engagement for that particular person, all right? And again, unlike a message that is posted online that kind of just dies out, you don't know who sees it and who doesn't, All right. The fact is, if you send an email to someone and you land in their inbox, you're forced to be unopened. You're almost forced to be opened and read and acknowledged, because it doesn't go away until they acknowledge it by opening it. Just some additional food for thought. That's why it's powerful to have personalized engagement. Number 3, clear ownership of the audience. Okay, this is probably the most important point and benefit over all of this here, all right? The clear ownership of the audience is without a doubt one of the most important reasons as to why you should always be building your list, okay? It's something that you should work towards all the time, all right? If you can think about some of the major people who've been around in the business for a while, one thing that gets them through sad and dark times or confusing or tumultuous times, like the current state of the economy right now and what's going on in the world today, it's the idea that they were able to hold on to a core group of clients and prospects in their pocket, essentially. All right, the bigger thing to consider is this. One thing that clear ownership of the audience allows for you to do is not have platform dependency. All right, I have nothing bad to say against some of these other platforms that exist out here, like social media and blogging. However, just consider this. How detrimental would it be to you and your business if one of these platforms shut down, changed an algorithm, or otherwise did not allow you to communicate with your clients, with your prospects, with your list, or at least had a say in how often you could do it or the nature in which you could do it on any particular basis, right? It really could damper the relationship you have, especially if you've had any amount of time invested working, trying to build relationships with these people on your list. It just is not a good situation. By building your list and building it and having it and capturing their information, capturing their emails and having an email list of your own, you essentially own that audience. And so that way, if something occurs like what was known as the Facebook slap or the Google slap, you're not at the mercy of those particular platforms. You can still get your message and your offers into the eyeballs or in front of the eyeballs of these people who obviously you have built a relationship with and ultimately can continue to pay for your products and services and keep you in business. There you have it, my friends. Those are 3 specific reasons as to why you should always be building your list, all right? So make sure that you build your list not only in the beginning, but are continuing to do it throughout the course of your online marketing career, throughout the course of your entrepreneurial journey, and I promise you, you will not be sorry. This is Jason Lago with Always Enterprise. I trust you got value from this. Please leave me a like or a comment or a share, but the most important thing, of course, is to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. This is Jason Lago again with Always Enterprise. I'll see you next time. Take care.